Okay, so we left off key, fill. I mean, yeah, key plus fill, key plus fill, but plus rim. All right. So I'm gonna take this off and let's mess with a few settings. Right now, we can change the color. It's at pure, no, not pure white. It's at 822 on this. So if I change this, I can make it a pure white, which isn't like really realistic, or I can like kind of dim it down. So I can get a bunch of different looks, right? And I can even go in here and start adjusting color a little bit. So it gives it like a little bit of a red tint. Or I could actually just put it on red and we can see what it's looking like, all right? So this combined with the exposure can give you a certain look. So it's like heating up. And also you could animate this if you needed to. So it's like, ooh, so it's looking kind of warm. What I like to do is, um, let me go back. Control Z, 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 Z. I think this, no. Z, Z, Z. This is on 822, I remember. Yeah, so this is the default. Some programs have a right click and resort to default, but this one doesn't. But yeah, so this is the default, but I like to use the color temperature. So what this does, it works on a Kelvin scale, but what is Kelvin scale? Let's look real quick. Images. So like I had an office. So let's say this. I had this office. Oh, and this pissed me off so bad. So there are two offices, and the chair moved out of one office, and I could have had the office. I had office was bigger. It had a refrigerator in it, but the only thing is, it had this kind of light in it, which was a cool light, so it kind of looked like doctor's office, like you know. And in my office, I had a warm light, kind of like this, so it was kind of nice, you know. And so it gave like a nice warm feeling. And to just show you, let's just look at this cold day. Now, if you look at this, all the images, right, are like got a blue tint to them, right? It's kind of icy looking, you know, it's got a bluish like feel to them. If you look right here, you see this. When things are cold, it's got like that light blue kind of thing going on, right? Now, if I go here and I type in hot day, now look at what happens. Everything is looking orangey and warm, and this gives you that like that warm summer feeling. You know, getting thirsty. That's not a real picture. Uh, yeah, it kind of looks. You know what I'm saying? You get the red in there. See, this is looking kind of cool, but look, she's got like a. I mean, I guess it's still kind of hot, but it's cooler. But let me find a nice hot picture. Let me do warm day. Yeah. So we're getting this warm feeling. The sky looks completely different. You know, it's all just but anyway, you get like the reddish orangish kind of touch to it. So that's the difference. So if I go over here and I go to this, it's gonna usually this updates. I don't know why it's not, but it'll kind of have like a red warmer feeling. Matter of fact, let's disable these other lights. And how do I do that? I mean, there's two ways to do it. You can go right here and then you could just turn this to 0 and that will disable it. But then we have a light utility. So we click right here and we go to utilities and it's called light manager. And this window comes up. Now E means enable. So if I disable the rim light and I disable the fill light, now we just have this. And I can click on this and it'll select it right here. And I can adjust it here, like the exposure, but I like this. It just has more stuff going on. So if I click on this, and now if I go over here, so we're just going to basically see what this light is doing all by itself. So I'm going down to the hot end of the scale. So you see it gets warmer. And then the more I go up, it's warmer. Then we get into a neutral, but then it starts getting cold. You see? So I like using this just because I feel like I just like the look better. You could get this exact same color if you go over here and choose it, but it's I don't know, it takes a little bit more because like if I go over here, let me disable this. Then I'm over here. And then I'm trying to get this blue, so I click on this, and now I'm over here trying to make that, which you can do. You can do that, but I usually like color temperature better. So this right here is now our blue. So let's now enable our fill. And now let's make this. So remember, this is our key. Click on this. Or we can just click on this to find it. It's our fill. So I'll go over here and I'll make this in the middle somewhere. So look, key, right? So that's blue because I made it, colder, and that's on the medium area. And then let's go to our rim. And for our rim, what was that? Oh, I guess they all got checked on. Oh, so rim is on hot. That's why it looks like that. But if I turn rim all the way to cold, let's see what we got. So we see what happens with a cold rim, and then our fill. And then this is just the fill and the key, you know? And now that's just the rim. But I could heat it up, it just depends on whatever you want. So for this, I'll just make the key hot, the fill cool. And then if we adjust the intensity, we can kind of see them push against each other. So key, I'll go in there, and this one's hot. But if I go to the intensity, oh, key wasn't even on. So key is hot, the rim is cool. And then we have the rim. Nice. Okay. So we have this. Now let's look at our materials a little bit more. So I'll do is I'll make another camera. I'll just go right here and just get a little closer. Create another camera. View, create camera from view. Um, Rim cam 2. So if I go back up to this window, now look, rim cam 2. So if I take this right here and I want to make it metal, I can just turn this up. Now it's like a metal Christmas ornament. If I want to make it super shiny, just take away the roughness, and I can. Subsurface is like skin, so it makes things translucent. You can kind of see inside a little bit. Like you might not know it, but our skin, when the light goes in, it kind of reflects a little bit, and there's a slight little glow. I mean, it's microscopic. It's there, but kind of hard for the human eye to see. So let's click on this and let's make this a medium, right? So I'm gonna go to our weight, to our roughness, and I'll just type in 0.5. Because 5 is half of 0.5 is half of 1. And the way you got to think about that is like dollars and cents, you know. $1 is one, half of it is 50 cents. Um, so yeah. Anyway, we have that, and then we have this one right here. Now let's make this all the way. Let's just do 0.9. So this is super matte, this is in the medium, and this is there. Oh, well, let me change it to a red to match everything. I click on this one. So matte. And then that's what it looks like there. But if I go over here to this, yeah, we can see it. Yeah, cool. Looking good to me. Let me go back to my light manager. Just make sure everything's on. Okay. Nice. All right. So yeah, and then we have our ground. So let's look at this again. Press play. And if this was to be metal, see what it's looking like. Then I can just dial this in a little bit. It'll give it like a little metal tint. Now, also there are presets, right? And so the presets are there just to get you started. They're not necessarily 100%. I mean, sometimes they might be exactly what you need, but sometimes you need to adjust things with the lights as well. So to do that, oh, actually, oh yeah. So I'll just show you. So I'll click on this, and if we go over here to presets, we have all these things, right? So if I go to wax and then I just do replace, what it does is it'll give me this right here. Let me go into our cam 2 shape. So this is supposed to have properties of wax. Like I said, sometimes it hits the mark, sometimes it doesn't. So I would like, if I wanted to make a wax, I'd go to this and then I'd say, all right, let me now go in and kind of adjust these parameters. And if I wanted a green wax or something, go here and maybe um is it coat? I have no idea. But usually I you have to go through just the sliders. No, it's not coat. But yeah, we can go through this and oh excuse me and adjust this as we need. But anyway, I've never used wax really. But skin, if we go to skin, this gives us a skin shader. So that other picture I showed you with the guy, they would use something like this. And they modify it depending on, the color of the skin. Um, like yeah, now it's a little bit darker. And you basically can adjust it and see what's going on. Also, something else, I'm just working on this sphere right here. So if I want to see it and only have it calculate, because what's happening is every time I change a slider, a parameter, this over here gets calculated and other things are calculated. But if I hold down shift and left click and drag, now just what's in here will get calculated. And if I click on the plus, I can move this whole box and I can click on the arrows so I can just see the relationship. So, and I could also just say, hey, I want to see what it looks like on the floor. So if I go in here now and adjust things, it'll just adjust it in this region. And if you want to get rid of that, you just click on this and it goes away. So you click on it, and drag, and now we can take this and adjust our objects. Sorry about that. Somebody's sawing outside. I don't know if you hear that. Let me close this window real quick.
I can't hear you.